It is Wednesday, the 12th of September, and we have film news for you. Films that are being released across the UAE today. Now, what that means is that Throwback Thursday Part 2 sadly will not appear today. We will have to post that next week. Don't worry, we will do it, and there is a Part 2. Secondly, one of our viewers last week who watched Throwback Thursday, Kirsten, she has recommended her favorite film of all time, which is a film called High Society, made in 1956. It has an amazing cast and it is free to watch on Daily Motion. So do check it out, do watch it, and thanks very much, Kirsten, for your recommendation. Others, please feel free to make your recommendations if you have any favorite films. Right. Let's get straight into the latest films that are coming out across the UAE today. First of all, we have a film called Sleeping Dogs, which is a mystery thriller. It was released in the US in March of this year, but it is being released today in the UAE. Now, the storyline, first of all, it's starring Russell Crowe, Karen Gillan, and Tommy Flanagan. The storyline is that suffering from memory loss, a former homicide detective tries to solve a brutal murder that he can't recall. It's very convenient. As he pieces together evidence from a decade-old investigation, he soon uncovers a sinister web of buried secrets tied to his forgotten past. That should be a good film. Next, we have Cash Out, which is a thriller starring John Travolta and Kristen Davis. Great cast again. Tempted by what could be his biggest score ever, professional thief Mason joins forces with his younger brother to rob a bank. However, when the heist goes awry, the thieves find themselves trapped inside and surrounded by SWAT teams, by the FBI, and by Interpol. Things get even more tense, as if they're not tense already, when he has to talk to the lead negotiator, who is his former lover. Great little twist there. The next film we have is called Speak No Evil. It is a psychological thriller and it's starring James McAvoy, so you know it's going to be good and you know it's going to be psychological. It is actually a remake of a 2022 Danish film, so it's just very recently made and it's doing very, very well at the moment. The storyline is that when an American family is invited to spend the weekend at the idyllic country estate of a charming British family they befriended on holiday, what begins as a dream holiday soon warps into a snarled psychological nightmare. That does sound like a good film. Next we have The Cleanup Crew, which is a crime, action, comedy, thriller, all rolled into one. It's starring Antonio Banderas. What a great cast we have of characters and actors we have this week. Well, when a crime scene cleanup crew discovers a briefcase full of money, they are unwittingly sent into a battle with a ruthless and corrupt crime boss, mobsters, hitmen, and corrupt government agents who are hell-bent on getting it back. Next, we have a film called Lee, which is a British biographical drama. It stars Kate Winslet as the lead character, also Andy Samberg in his first role in a non-comedy role, Alexander Skarsgård, Marion Cotillard, and the storyline is that Lee Miller goes from a career as a model to enlisting as a photographer to chronicle the events of World War II for Vogue magazine. And as mentioned, that is based on a true story, so that should be very interesting. Next we have a film called Subservience, which is a sci-fi thriller. These sci-fi thrillers are going to be coming out more and more with the advancement of AI and companies looking to capitalize on the topic. This is no different. It stars Megan Fox. When his wife becomes sick, a struggling father buys a lifelike AI android named Alice to do the housework. Things seem fine until Alice suddenly becomes self-aware and wants everything its new family has to offer, including the affection of its owner. It sounds very, very sinister. Finally, we have another film called Unit 234, which is a thriller. This is a week of thrillers. Last week was a week of horror films. This is a week of thrillers. And this thriller stars none other than Don Johnson. Can you believe it? What a cast. After the shocking discovery of an unconscious man in a locked unit, the lone employee of a remote storage facility must fight to survive the night against a ruthless gang dead set on retrieving their precious cargo at any cost. I mean, the plot line sounds very typical, but it's just a different setting. But that's all the films that are being released across the UAE today. They all sound very, very good. If you like your thrillers, this is the time to go out to the cinema and watch one of these films, and let me know your comments, let me know your thoughts, watch our reels, and please do leave some feedback.